Hey guys, welcome back to Kenssar's World. Today we're talking about assets and liabilities.
Okay, so what are assets?
Assets are items that you own that bring you money. Example, you have two houses and you use one as a rental house for people to stay in. People will pay you money to stay in there for about a month. That's how you get money from your own asset.
Okay, what's another example?
Another asset can be your car. Your car takes you to the work you do to get yourself the money. Then you come back home and use the money wisely.
That's good. What's another example? If you have more than one car, the other car, just like the house example, the other car can be an asset because you can rent it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's another example?
Hmm.
Literally, you can rent anything that you have. People rent clothes, people rent purses, people rent expensive shoes that they cannot buy. There are pairs of shoes that can cost 3,000. But if someone really, really wants to wear that shoe, but they can't afford to buy yet, then if you have a pair of like that you want to rent out, you can rent out and make money. Yeah, people rent suits, like men's suits. People rent wedding dresses and almost anything. Yeah, people rent other people's garages and driveways.
Can they rent companies?
Well, you can rent a company's warehouse if they're not using it yet.
Oh.
Yeah, you can rent I don't think you can rent the company itself, but you can rent the building, the facility. Yeah.
Okay.
What else?
So, an asset can be just your book. Example, you've read your book a lot of times and someone wants to read it because they don't have that book and it's too expensive for them to buy. So you give it to them to read and they'll pay you money for it.
That's good. So, is it important for people to have assets?
Yes.
Okay. How can anyone have an asset? For example, you are a young man, right?
Yeah.
And you want to have an asset or no?
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you think you can have an asset?
I think I'd probably go to the computer store to buy another computer with the money I have. Then I'll let people rent the computer. So every day it will be $25 per hour. And they'll probably use it for work and job applications. So when they're done, they return it to me. Then I clear off all their info, and when they are done, they do their stuff, and then I earn money from it.
That's a good idea. So you have money to buy a computer?
Yeah.
Where did you get the money?
Birthday, and Christmas.
Okay, nice. So are you going to get the computer as your asset?
Yeah.
Do you plan to do that?
Yeah.
When do you plan to do that?
Maybe in May.
In May. We're now in March, 2 months from now. And do you have people in mind you think who would come and rent your computer?
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. So you already have the market for it. You're thinking business. You're an entrepreneur already. Do you know who an entrepreneur is?
Someone who makes money.
How does the person make money?
By giving stuff to people to borrow for money,
Yeah,
and then they give it back.
That's close. Think deeply about it. That's close. So when you give stuff to people to borrow and bring you money, what are you doing for them?
Helping them?
Yes, it's more than helping because you can help without taking money from them. So when you help and you take money from them, then you become an entrepreneur.
Oh.
You see, you can help people without taking money. We always help people without taking money. For example, when you see someone with a heavy bag of groceries and you offer to help, usually you don't take money from that person, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but in this case of your computer example, you're helping them by providing them the computer they need to do their work, the job applications they want to do, but you're still taking money from them. So
Yeah.
it's not just helping, it's helping and taking money. So when you help people and you take money, then you become an entrepreneur. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Because you help them solve a problem that they need. So an entrepreneur is basically a person who solves problem and earns money from the problem solved. You get it?
Yep.
So you can look around and find problems that people have. And then you look at some of those problems that you can solve. You solve those problems, you charge them, you get money, then you're an entrepreneur. You get it?
Yep.
Good. So you look around right now, what are some problems? Give me just 2 problems that you think you can solve and earn money from them.
Let's see.
You don't need to look just around your room. Think about your school, outside, when you go to play soccer, when you go to the park to play with your friends. Problems that you have spotted that you can solve and get money from. Solve problems, you charge them.
Let's see.
Maybe you haven't thought about those yet, but you can think about that. Next time we talk, you need to come up with 2 problems that you can start solving and making money out of. Okay?
Okay.
You need to think about money. Money loves to come around you when you think about him or her. Money is a him or her. Okay, what's the next thing you want to talk about? A liability.
Yep.
Okay, what's a liability?
A liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. The expression way.
Okay, what's an example of that?
A liability can be your car.
Okay.
Because you have to pay for your car every month.
Right. So it takes money out of your pocket. So what if you're paying for your car? It's taking money out of your pocket, but then you're driving your car to work, so it's also bringing money into your pocket. Does it become a liability?
It's a liability and an asset.
Okay.
An asset every day, but a liability once a month.
Okay, so technically then it's not a liability, because if it's an asset and it's also a liability, then you would look at the positive side more than the negative side. So it's if your car is taking you to work and getting you income, but then you're paying for the gas and paying for the car, then it's more of an asset than a liability. Or if you're looking at the cost on both sides, how much the car is bringing into your pocket and how much the car is taking out of your pocket, whichever is bigger, then you can look on that side. If it's taking more money out of your pocket, then it's a liability. If it's bringing more money into your pocket, then it's an asset. What do you think? You're sleepy.
That's right.
Okay, what's another example of a liability?
A liability.
Okay, look at it this way. Some adults drink alcohol and they smoke, right? What would you consider that?
Liability.
Why?
Because when they do that, they pay for the alcohol or the cigarettes, but they don't get anything out of it.
Okay. So
you shouldn't smoke because it's dangerous for your health, and you shouldn't drink alcohol because it's bad for your digestive system. And plus, that doesn't earn you money, and it takes money out of your pocket.
excellent. So what is it? It's a bad, not just a liability. It's a terrible liability. What do you think?
Yeah, true.
Okay. What's another example of a liability? That's similar to smoking and alcohol. It goes in your mouth.
This one every child likes.
Junk food. Simple.
Yep.
Okay. So how is junk food a liability?
You eat it, but you don't get any money out of it. Well, Well, it might be an asset because, for example, you can buy 14 chicken wings from KFC for $28, but you can sell them for $30. So you get an income of $2.
Okay.
So junk food can also be an asset.
That's a good way to look at it. But who would buy KFC chicken wings from you when they can buy it directly from KFC? Because they didn't want to go there?
Yeah, probably. Maybe I want to stay at home. I don't feel like going out today. I'm just gonna order.
Okay, so that's a good way to look at it as an asset. Do you have any other example?
An example of a liability.
Are you out of ideas?
Yeah, I'm kind of out.
Okay. So we'll end it here for tonight. Is that good?
Yep. Well, bye guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye. Good night.